I'm Karceno. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Karceno and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. What's up? It's your boy Karceno here. Don't forget, become a member, hit the like button up. Can't even enjoy my NBA games in peace without being disturbed. Already there's drama. So you know we ain't gonna make this long. But I had to address it because no one would believe it. 50% strikes again without the poll unit. Poll unit. So because he signed a bad deal that everyone on YouTube has been roasting this dude on, right? Everybody else is sitting there telling them what they need to be doing. Now, the whole world is unfamiliar with this man's activities and some of the things that he do, the practices. He said he's down bad. Now he's a gamer. So anyway, this dude DMs me every day. Supposedly hates my guts. But I told him, pull up to the chat. Scared. 100% scared. Won't do it, won't touch it. But loves to tell me what he's doing and how great he is at it. He wants me to see him shine. And I'm like, all right, do your thing. Like, no one cares. Now here he comes today. This was at 5 p.m. Y'all about to be mad. Ha ha ha. I told you I was in the middle of negotiating and extending. I take less upfront money, upfront cash for a full 100% in Gil's Arena and the channel. And we stay 50-50 on Gridiron. What should I do? Look, Kevin. Oh, and more stock and equal into the company. Oh, God. I love it when the dude, he's telling me what I've been telling him he should do. So I said, so now you taking my advice? Then he's like, you don't want to answer. I'm like, pay me first. He said the dummy meant to say equity. Yeah, I know. Oh, my goodness. That's a damn lie. No, he's taking the advice of what actually went down in a conversation with what we were talking about live, because he know that was what I told him, is that, man, why didn't you take less? You know, like I told him that you should have taken less money up front. That way, when you hit your benchmarks, You know, they're more realistic to hit. This fool told about he didn't have no benchmarks. So this tells you the kind of guy you're dealing with right off the bat. The guy is not the sharpest tool in the shed. So you have to keep that in mind. The man said, I don't have any benchmarks. I said, oh, wow, you are really slow. How you don't have any benchmarks? He just want me to tell him what to do because he don't know what to do. So he keeps throwing things out there so I could coach him on what to ask for. Now, he said he was getting 25 million next year. So I said, all right, let's see if you get the 25 million. Yeah, but he says he has no benchmarks. Oh, he's scared to pull up. He won't do that. I've invited him to do so. Because if you got benchmarks, that's like a really realistic thing for you to hit in this space that you're in now. So when they have first round fundings and second round fundings, you don't, it's more realistic to hit those benchmarks. Now, I got a 50% deal for you. How much you get from sponsors? Who are your sponsors? How long are the terms for? What are the benchmarks? See, I laid it all out for him. How much you getting from your sponsors? He don't know. Who are your sponsors? He don't know. How long are the terms for? He don't know. What are the benchmarks? He don't know. You know what his answer is? How much I get from Underdog. See, that's all he knows. How you gonna have this guy negotiate for you? 8 figures a year from Underdog. Deals in September 2026. No benchmarks. I made them a 50% partner, so it's not a benchmark sponsorship deal. Yes, it's an amazing deal. Podcasting. He's a streamer who streamed for years. Lo is talking about what I should do when I'm a free agent in 10 months. No, we're talking about what you should have did. We're talking about what you should have did to start and how you screwed up from the first time. We weren't talking about what you should. We all know what you should do now. Because if you go and do the same stupid thing again, that's on you. When the whole world is like, why did he do that? There's people more successful than me and you put together saying, why did he do that? So if we're all saying the same things of why did you do that? Obviously, we know what we're talking about. And you didn't know. That's why you're saying this. And this is no Chill Gill, y'all. That's him talking to me. He's scared to pull up, but he want to talk here every day. So He pulls up. I told him what he should do. A dummy with money. See, he's used to getting a hand meal. He used to getting a handout. Mm-hmm. He's like, I get the same money. I don't care if it's 20 shows or 2 shows. I get the same money. Everything is about getting money. That's how they get you. So I said, let's see you get that 2-year, 50 million you talking about. That's what I want to see. I want to see that big time. Then he pops up, wakes up this morning. Woke up this morning. Y'all about to be banned. I told you I was in the middle of negotiating and extending. I take less upfront cash for a full 100% of Gil's Arena and the channel. And we stay 50-50 on Gridiron. What should I do, LaKevin? What? Like using my government name? What that's supposed to mean? Gilberto. Oh, and more stock and equal into the company. He don't even know what equity is. He call it equal. Jesus Christ. But this is the smart businessman. And I said, oh, you're taking my advice now. Now you want to take the advice that you said I didn't know what I was talking about. But yet now you're taking the advice.
What's the score?
I mean, you guys.
You said what?
What's the score?
I mean,
What's the score?
I think we're up by like 4. I don't know.
Not
The chat 63 wins.
Wait, who's
man.
requesting?
What the fuck?
but we don't know if it's a real one though.
That nigga
Nah,
said
nigga,
that's
fries,
me. Man, I don't
63.
I mean, you can let him up and then see what happens.
wins.
Hey, listen,
man.
man.
Say a score real quick.
I'm not letting anybody up that I don't know. Respectfully.
Yeah, because nigga said that's me. That sound like a nigga that might troll in the
How
chat.
can he prove that? How can he prove that it's actually him?
Yo,
Go back
no,
on his- go back on his YouTube.
Did he join today?
Go back on his YouTube and say it's him.
yeah, you should actually check. Did he join?
There it
today?
is. See right? He joined today.
Okay, he's saying on YouTube it's him. Okay.
Oh, okay. Let him up.
Because the Karceno on YouTube is a verified one. So if
Okay,
that's
you can request them, good sir.
Yeah, request back up.
yeah, niggas be trolling. Niggas be trolling.
Y'all have a nice night.
All right, brother.
Go Celtics.
Yes, sir.
Underdog.
Nigga said
Yeah,
go
love to that shit. Respect yourself.
Right. I accepted. So
Who does KB think he is? Just a member of this community trying to protect the platform, man.
was it Terrence?
Bro, are we gonna lose this? Fuck my life.
I think you will. I think we will.
We're gonna lose this game, bro.
We don't have any real creator, so yeah, Dalton maybe.
Okay.
Dalton.
Low game.
Oh, just
Yeah, he might as well.
It's gonna be a nice.
This nigga,
Yeah, he called a timeout.
JJ Redick's infuriated.
Yeah, I know he's crash out.
Yeah, he about to.
He said he's gotten better with self control though. So.
Yeah, JJ be doing that fake crash out shit.
Wait, you not watching the rest of the fourth quarter?
Fuck no, man. There's nothing to gain from that. What the fuck?
Yeah, watching a bunch of G Leaguers.
Pod's better than Reeves. Okay.
Yeah, he's always setting himself up for failure. I got a bookmark that
Defense
too.
post.
That's gonna get bookmarked when Reeves averages like 24.
JP3.
All right. Hello, can somebody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know I was up here. Yeah. So I was gonna first of all thank y'all for having me up. Lo, appreciate you in the chat, the whole panel. I want to say I was gonna answer the question that he asked me what was going on with the Joe Budden podcast and the things of that nature. But the thing that was happening with Joe in the first beginning is that when he started the podcast, they wasn't making a lot of money, so they had a equity deal. He gave Rory and Maul equity in the company. They all had equity because he didn't have enough money to pay him. Now that ended up being a problem once they started making money. Now they're like, well, we got equity in the company, so we have a say-so in what's happening. And what he didn't do, because Joe didn't know what he was doing, he was using the content for his own channel. Instead of making it the Joe Budden podcast channel, he took his Joe Budden channel that he already had and was just uploading the content there and wasn't paying Rory and Maul. He was keeping all the YouTube money. So they weren't paying Rory and Maul. So they had to do a deal. Like they actually had to do a deal to put their name on the Joe Budden podcast featuring Rory and Maul. They had to go and get their own attorneys for that because what people don't know is that you're supposed to be paid for your likeness rights. You got to have a deal for your likeness rights if they're going to take the content and put it on his channel exclusively and not make it like one for the Joe Budden podcast, which means the whole channel gets to eat off of it. And they saying, well, you putting it on there for yourself, then you have to pay them for their likeness rights. So that's why they had to get a lawyer to get the likeness rights deal. So this is why a lot of people didn't understand the business of what was going on. So I knew once he got out of that and Rory and Maul just waived everything. Joe was using money he was doing off his BET show that he had. He had like 2 BET shows. He had like a Love and Hip Hop. Then he had like some State of the Union thing. He was using this money to basically make his own spreadsheets and just using that to keep the podcast afloat while the Spotify deal was blowing up. And he was like, this Spotify deal is not paying anything. And it was only the Patreon deal, which he negotiated for himself and not the podcast. It was Joe Budden's Patreon deal. So he had to negotiate and cut people in on this. And it became a problem. But they were like, look, we want to see the books because we're equity partners. So we have to see the revenue. We need to see the books. And that's where the problems came in at because Joe didn't have any books. Joe was just doing it like, look, man, I put my own money in this. That was mine from the reality show and this and that. And they were like, well, we want to know what Spotify sent. Like, what did they send over? I didn't see anything. I don't know if it's 400,000 anything. We're equity partners. We have to have those books. We have to have those information. So that's why this whole mess started to happen. And Joe was like, we sent you some sheets. Like he made it up his own spreadsheets. And he's like, yeah, but you cooked those books. You made yourself and sent them over. We want the lawyers to look at them to see like, where's this money? There's missing money. We equity partners. So I knew when he got rid of Roy and Maul and they just decided to end everything amicably, and which was great shocking by Roy and Maul. They left a lot of money on the table. And they'll mention it every now and then, but now that Joe redid that and got them out of the way, the new contracts, whoever come in is getting screwed. And I told them that from the jump. I said, well, anybody else is coming in now, you're going to be employees. You're never going to get that equity deal. None of you.
But why should they get equity though?
Not really, not now. Joe made a mistake by doing that with them, but at that lower tier, he felt like, look, I didn't have nothing to pay them, so let me at least give them equity in the company like they're partners. So it's easy to do partners when there's no money. But then when the money starts coming in, he was not comfortable with them getting that they're eligible to get this much money. He's like, look, they don't do enough for them to get that kind of money. And I understood how that feels because I've seen that happen on a lot of podcast shows. Some people just walk in, they come in, they just talk, and then they leave, and then they're taking like, hey, I got to get my cut. It's like, whoa, dude, this guy stays here. He's not only does he does the live, he has to edit. Edit is about a 7-hour job. They don't really understand that. So it's a lot of things that go into play, and people are not happy to see somebody just walk in, say a couple of lines, and then just go home. And they want the lion's share of the money, and they won't have. So it became a problem for Joe because he's like, that's why he called them the bare minimum boys, because he's like, you, Rory and Maul, y'all do the bare minimum, which they do. That's what they do, and that's how they show. And I was like, give them their own show and let them see how they got to balance it out. Now they balanced it. They needed a third person on the show. I was like, they're gonna, once this died down with the beef between him and Joe, people are gonna want to know, okay, now what is your show going to be? So now they started to lose a lot of people because they didn't know what the structure or what the show was going to be with just them two. They needed a third. They needed somebody to mediate. So they got a female voice. I said, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what they need. Somebody to give them a balance.
But they still, I ain't keeping up with really neither one of them. I don't think Rory and Mario even like do the numbers that even, because I'm also on some real shit, chat. From what I learned, bro, if you're not pulling like crazy numbers, like crazy stupid numbers, like pretty consistently, like 100K over at least every time you upload, it ain't really that much money in podcasting.
Right, that's true.
On some real shit, it's not really that much money in podcasting. It's just substantially more money in live streaming and just uploading videos. It's just not that much money. The sponsorships is where you always want to get the money in podcasting anyway. But
exactly.
I don't think most people know that though, so that's kind of tough.
Yeah,
You should teach a class. You should actually teach a class because
I'm not gonna charge people. Though. I'm not charging. All this information is free though. It's free.
Yeah, it's free. But here's the thing: most people, it depends on who's telling it to them. Like I spoke to Gil, and I told Gil almost everything that you know now. I told him this in the beginning when it was going on, and he was telling me I was jealous. You jealous? You and Kwame are jealous? I'm like, dude, I'm telling you reason. I'm like, if you would just listen, but I'm like, if anybody else would tell you. Now, so I told him, I said, go sit and go ask some people. Just go ask them. They will tell you the same things that I'm telling you. I'm like, I know what's going on. They're giving you a large upfront money. And when they do that, it's always at a disadvantage to you. You're going to get a 25, 75 deal. That's what it's going to end up looking like if you put all the numbers together. It's not going to be equal. They have all the control. And I was like, that is not a good sign.
Hey, Karceno, quick question, my brother. How you doing, man? The chat here is giving you the proclaimed title as the biggest LeBron hater on the internet. Can you speak to that real quick?
I do not like LeBron James. I mean,
let me ask you this. Do you not like him as a basketball player or as a man?
It's growing into both now, but
Oh wow.
Interesting. Brother, can you speak to him as a man? Speak to LeBron James as a man. What grinds your gears as LeBron James as a man?
LeBron James is a narcissistic, arrogant human being on and off the court. His ego, his ego has grown out of bounds. I never thought it would get this huge, but he has never been checked. And that's why he keeps doing all of these things, manipulating the press, controlling the narratives. He's signing his own media just to write puff pieces and propaganda about himself. He came to Los Angeles and he didn't come here to win championships. He came here to build his brand. LeBron was worth $450,000 when he lost in Cleveland. He was worth $450 million. When he left
it's 1,000 at first.
So is it wrong for an athlete to want to build their brand and compete at the same time?
Wait, no. That's do you think everyone is a narcissist though?
Word. You said compete. That's he didn't compete. He showed up and he didn't.
Everyone is a narcissist though?
No.
You don't think Michael Jordan is a narcissist?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. Do you think majority of NBA players who play at a really, really high level are narcissists?
No.
Why is that?
Steph Curry is not. Kawhi Leonard isn't.
I ain't gonna lie. If this Kawhi Leonard shit come out to me, we gonna have some
narcissists.
Wait. Let me
Kawhi
Leonard real quick. You know what I'm saying?
But Shaq is a narcissist.
Oh yes, of course.
Shaquille O'Neal, okay. Charles Barkley,
very, very much. Charles Barkley, nah, not really.
Okay, so what is bring up a couple names then? Dwayne Wade.
No, Dwayne Wade's not a narcissist.
Allen Iverson,
no. AI is one of the nicest.
Okay, all right, we gotta. No. You don't.
No, AI.
I mean,
I'm serious.
I hear him.
Like I know,
Here.
I know AI. Like no,
No, I'm not.
AI
here.
is not
You
like
can't,
that
but
at all.
You
That's what
can,
I'm saying, bro.
you
But
can still be. You can still be nice though. That don't mean just.
No,
because-
but he was never a narcissist. No, he was still never like that. Not even on the
Wait,
basketball.
my question is, I just have a question. What made your hate for LeBron go from on the court to now off the court? What was the change?
His behavior. The more once he won, like I used to root for LeBron. Like when he first came in the league, I rooted for him to be successful. Everybody hated him. Like they wanted him to fail. Like people wanted him to go to college. They were upset. Like, oh man, well, I'm tired of these high school players coming in the league. They're not ready. So it was all this hate for him. And I was like, no, I think this guy would be okay because of the way his style of play. I was like, he jumps out of the gym. He's a good transition basketball player. Just give him time. He's a kid. He's 18. Like, let's see what happens. And I was like, he handled all of the pressure because it was so much pressure they put on him coming in as a rookie, as an 18-year-old kid. I'm like, man, they're putting a lot of pressure on him. The NBA is really promoting this thing. So he handled all of that with perfection. He was born for the spotlight. So I was like, oh yeah, he handled this like real easy. And he did well. He did well enough. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you can see he's okay. He'll be all right. And he just progressed as a basketball player. And it didn't start till he got to Miami. And once he got to Miami and he won the 2 championships, that's when he changed. He had the monkey off his back. His arrogance went through.
So that's when he stopped trying to compete, right? From your perspective?
Well, it wasn't trying to compete. No, it wasn't like he wasn't trying to compete. He was still competing in Miami. It's just that his arrogance grew because now he won the championship. So his arrogance, he even did a video like, yeah, we got 2 of them. I know that stank, don't it?
Well, you said earlier that LeBron doesn't like to compete, so I'm trying to find out at what point in time did he not like to compete?
He's saying when he came to LA. That's
when I'm saying when he came to LA. This is back.
Okay.
So we're going back here. I'll get to there when he stopped competing. We'll get to that point, but no, he's in Miami now.
This is real insider information, Chad. Come on, lock in.
Oh God, I'm excited. Real quick, have you ever met LeBron? Have you ever spoken to LeBron? I'm just curious.
Oh.
Yes, I met him in the seen him in the arena, and I was too much yelling at him. And the Lakers game, but yeah, never had a sit down with LeBron. No.
Okay.
No, continue. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you feel like
when he came, like from there, from a basketball perspective, he hadn't improved. And I was like, when he did that video and put that video out, I was like, why would you say that? Why would you go out and try to boast and act like you're the main reason you built a super team over there? Nobody was really going to beat you at that point. And I was like, you didn't even win this championship. Ray Allen hit the 3 and saved the game. So I was like, okay, I'll get it in. I was like, okay, I see, because your ego is through the roof. LeBron James had played 8-9 years and could not read defenses. That's why he lost to Dallas. And then he didn't understand what was happening. Shane Battier spent the whole time after the fact, after the series was over, and said, and they was watching film, and he told him, he said, you don't know what's going on, do you? He said, you don't know what they did to you, do you? And he said, no, I don't. And he taught him. He spent time teaching LeBron how to read film. LeBron had been in the league 8 years and did not know how to read film. He didn't know how to watch film and know anything. Shane Battier is the one that taught him what, after watching what Dallas did to him, which was very simple.
I mean, that is true.
It is a truth to that.
That is a fact. So he's been in the league 7-8 years, so that the coaches were not allowed to blame LeBron for anything, make him watch film. He just played instinctively all of those years in Cleveland. So before he went to Miami, so this is why he was losing in games. He didn't understand what the defense was setting traps for. And they definitely trapped him and came up with a system to keep LeBron, force him left. And if he get to a position where he can't shoot, and he wasn't comfortable shooting jump shots, so they would force him to pick up his dribble. And by the time he swing it to Dwayne Wade or Bosh, they got 3 or 4 on the clock. This is the strategy the Pistons used against the Lakers, against Shaq and Kobe. And everybody's wondering how that team beat Shaq and Kobe. They started a press 94 feet to make Kobe and whoever had the ball have to really work to get past half court. So by the time they worked the ball to Shaq, Shaq only got like 4 seconds to work. So he can't. So you do that, you're lessening your chances of Shaq being effective. And that put the Lakers behind the 8 ball. So it was more than just the Kobe and Shaq fighting with each other. But
so let me ask you this. Out of curiosity, so you mentioned like LeBron having his deficiencies with reading film. And when we're talking about superstars, do you feel like that's a issue unique to LeBron?
Not in today's game, but
no, I mean historically speaking, like when we're talking about people, players at his caliber, is that something unique to him?
Players of his caliber, that's very unique. Like, no, players know that, like, they know they all read film from the jump. Yeah. So very few that don't know the plays. They can't. So like LeBron right now, he knows all the plays. Like, he knows how to read them. Like, he knows offensive sets, but to defend now, he knows defensive sets. He knows everything. Like, he can read. He knows what everybody's going to do now. He's been in the league 20 years. So he has seen everything. You can't do nothing new that he hasn't seen. So I know I've asked you a lot of questions, but really quick, if you don't mind, could you give me your top 5 or top 10? Stay all night. All time.
Top 10 players. What's your top 10 all time? Yeah.
Oh, my top 10 is Isaiah Thomas, Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III, Detroit Pistons bad boy, best player ever played.
That's the first player you
wait, you mean you going from 10 up?
No, I'm going 1 down.
No, I'm going from like 45.
The greatest player to ever play the game is Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III.
Isaiah Thomas. Okay. Right. Okay. Shit. Okay. Understood.
Number 2 is Oscar Robertson. Number 3 is Larry Bird. Number 4 is Bill Russell. Number 5 is Michael Jordan. Number 6 is Kobe Bryant. Number 7 is Wilt Chamberlain.
Have you said Shaq yet? I'm curious. I can't remember. Did you say Shaq yet?
No, he didn't know.
He didn't say Shaq. Okay, we're at number 8 now.
Shaq is number 95 on my list.
Oh, wow.
Why would somebody say Shaq?
I'm just curious. So
no.
Why would Shaq be on the list? That's what baffles me. I'm like, Shaq?
Hold on, can we get the rest of the top 10?
Okay, so we're at 7 with Wilt Chamberlain. Okay, after Wilt at 7, who do I got?
Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Tim is up there, but they're not in. I don't have Tim in my top 10. Hakeem has got to be 10, I believe. But I know
you haven't said Magic.
7 is Magic Johnson.
Okay.
7 is Magic.
What about Steph Curry?
Steph ain't that high. He's on the list, but he ain't that high.
So break down your criteria for ranking your top 10.
He missing one more name. He missing one more name.
All right, hold on. Is Steph higher?
He said Hakeem 10. He said Hakeem 10.
Yeah, he said Hakeem is number 10. He's only named 9 names.
Yeah, I put him at 10.
Okay.
Man, this is a
so far, just to list off the names that you said
Kareem is next.
Okay,
I put
Kareem.
I put Kareem behind Magic.
Kareem.
Kareem is. Can I ask you, like, what makes Isaiah Thomas the greatest basketball player?
Yeah, what's your criteria?
My criteria is because no one has ever done what Isaiah Thomas has done.
He's
the first little man ever to lead a team to an NBA championship. He's the first little man in history to ever win a team where he is the only all-star or the only top NBA 50 player on the team. Everybody who's NBA top 50, they already had somebody with him who's a Hall of Fame. You had Bird, who had McHale, he had Robert Parrish, Magic had Kareem, Jordan had Pippen up there in the top 50. Isaiah was by himself. There was nobody but him. And he won back-to-back championships, went to 3, got screwed because of the Lakers and that Lakers ref. But we won that in '88. They stole our trophy. We supposed to have the first repeat.
So what is your height cutoff for a little man that you consider like a little man?
Well, he's actually 6 feet, so I would say that's
you think 6 feet under?
Yeah.
No, I say
I mentioned Walt Frazier, but I'm like, we're talking about 6 feet and under, and I can see your point.
Walt Frazier is cool, but Walt Frazier really didn't lead that team. That was Willis Reed's team. Willis Reed.
To be fair, he got to the finals without Willis Reed. In what that 74, I think, or 76, something like that. But do you think
that was after the fact? But he wasn't the first. Like he wasn't the guy that won it. Like back then, it was the centers. That was a centers game. Isaiah turned it into like really a guard game. He was a 6 foot Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson. Yeah, you just don't know about Isaiah. You need to learn about. Remember that there's the guy that consistently beat Michael Jordan. There was one guy that consistently beat Michael Jordan, and that was Isaiah Thomas. He has more wins over Michael, Magic, and Bird than they have over him. No player in the history can say that.
Do you think, is it also fair to say though that a team that defensively was one of, if not the best in the league at that time, that had 2 players, at least in 89, that made all defensive teams, and they were winning off of their defense? Don't you think that's a fair assessment to make and not say that he was playing with nobodies? So he was playing with players.
Isaiah wasn't playing with nobodies, but these were role players that no one else would win a championship with at that time. They had to evolve into what they were. The Pistons were the highest scoring team in NBA basketball history before they became an all defensive team. They hold the record. They hold the record for the highest points ever scored in an NBA game.
But it wasn't winning. But it wasn't winning anything though. So isn't that kind of the point that they won?
Exactly. They weren't winning games. They were winning, but they couldn't win championships playing that way. So they had to adjust. And Isaiah was smart enough, because he was pretty much the best basketball player in this city. And when he went to Indiana, he won the national championship, and won the championship, was MVP. He won a championship at every level. And he was so skilled. The fact that he came in there and was teaching Michael Jordan things. Michael Jordan didn't know how to do certain things, so Isaiah would teach him. And he was actually smart. He knew the game, could teach the game, coach the game. That's why he was a player coach, and they made him president of the Players Union almost his entire playing career. So Isaiah was so cerebral, and he led the NBA in assists in 86. It should have been his MVP year. So before he was winning championships, he was averaging like 24 points, 14 assists. Like Magic or Stockton never averaged that many assists in a game for the season.
Well, Stockton's average more assists, but yes, before
Stockton's a loser. So, but
I just want to be. I want to be factually. Isaiah never averaged 24. He never averaged 24.
Okay, what did he average that year when they had like he averaged 13? It was like 86.
Yeah, he averaged like 21 points. He's never
21
and like the highest pace era.
Yeah, well, he had the highest assist before Stockton came along, but when Stockton came along, he took that from him.
Because I know he had like 13.6. He averaged like 13.6 assists a game, and he really was MVP that year. And they gave it to Bird because they said Bird was winning. It was the 86.
Well, Isaiah didn't receive a first place vote in MVP that year. Bird almost won it unanimously. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It was supposed to be Isaiah's. And the excuse they made is that Bird was on a winning team. They were winning. So, but we knew the politics behind it. Isaiah was the best player that season.
Let me do your favorite real quick, Lo.
It's the 1990 Charles Barkley getting screwed. They gave it to Magic Johnson all over again.
Karceno, the pivot a little bit. What are your thoughts?
86?
He's on 84-85 is the year.
84-85?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karceno, what are your thoughts on Kevin Durant as a basketball player all time?
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Kevin Durant is one of the all-around basketball players I've ever seen. Like, he's a freak of nature. He's a scoring machine.
Facts.
There's there's place he couldn't score from on the court. When he first came in the league, he was having trouble with his release. He worked on his shot. He fixed that. Now he can score with the left really well. He wasn't as confident as going to his left as he is going to his right. But now forget that.
Would you say he tried to compete his entire career?
Hell yeah. KD's a hooper. Like, he's not what people think. Like, KD that's it. Ball is him. All he wants to do is hoop. So like Bron has got way more aspirations than Kevin Durant. Like Bron's at a point where he's cool. He came to build studios, build this and that, and sure he wants to compete to a point, but he's not really trying to compete.
Well, you said
no, he's not. He's totally. It's not in. You look at him and tell he's only wants to get up for big games. Like if they're on national TV, then that's when he wants to get excited, or he's been embarrassed, or his ego.
Is that not a normal thing for NBA players though?
But if you think about it from that perspective,
it's not really.
You got
to understand. I come from. I mean, he's on the Lakers. This is not Miami. This is not Cleveland. They hang up division banners. They don't do that in LA. They hang up championships. Okay, you're not impressing nobody in LA unless you win 5 championships. You ain't bringing us 5, at least bring us 2. Bring us 1. That bubble thing don't count. We didn't have a parade. That's how the Lakers thing. Lakers like, we didn't have a parade. What are you talking about? So yeah, this guy, and then he comes in and takes Kobe's locker, takes his parking space. I'm like, dude, who is you? You haven't earned that. I'm like, man, this
bro,
guy,
he has not earned a parking space.
So is it not a norm for players to get up for particular games, like whether they're playing in the Garden or against a particular player?
You're missing the point.
I am. Please explain it, please.
My point is your motivational will to compete has to be there. You got to have the passion. He doesn't have that. He will back down. I've never seen.
How are you gauging this though? The numbers obviously aren't it. So how are you gauging this?
The numbers, I'm looking at wins and losses. Those are the numbers that matter to me. What are you doing to win the game? When you look at him in Cleveland, his final year, because J.R. Smith called a time, they didn't get a timeout and time expired. He gets so mad that they're going to overtime. Game still is on. He shuts down in the overtime because he's mad. He don't even score a point in overtime. He don't even really shoot in overtime. So his competitive to the NBA Finals, you had a chance to go up 1-0, and you're in overtime, and you shut down.
He also
basically quit.
Yeah, he also had 50 in that game, and on top of that, he averaged like 35 for that series. And then the third thing is, did you even have Cleveland winning that series?
Of course not. They're bums. Why would I have them?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we gotta wrap up this stream.
Sir, bums. I'm like, who? Are you telling me name another player besides Kyrie or Kevin Love was not the same?
Well, Kyrie wasn't even on that team on that year. Kyrie
that year Kyrie wasn't even there.
It was J.R. Smith,
Rodney Hood. You got like Rodney Hood and all these guys on the team. Like, no, that team was inferior.
Respect on Derrick Rose, man. Respect on Derrick Rose.
I mean,
we gonna wrap the game up, man.
Nah.
I broke their heart. Once I said they were bums, it broke their heart. Oh, man. You see, did I sit on the remote? So, when things come into perspective, like when people start putting things in their own light, their own perspective, their own words, that's when you start to see things change. You start to see people's attitudes bend. They wills, try to align. So yeah, it was interesting talking to the numbnuts over there and listening to what he had to say. He's jumping up and down for joy, claiming he's got a new deal. He's going to announce it on the show tomorrow. He's like, I got a new deal. I'm going to announce it tomorrow on the show. all right, well, go ahead and announce your deal. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, so 50% is saying he finna continue to get 50%. Like, I'm gonna take less money, and then I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna get that. And now he wants to listen to me. Instead of saying, man, you was right, man. You was right the whole time. I should have just did everything myself. He's mad everybody was right and that he was stupid when he got into this. Mm. Mm-hmm. He mad at you for no reason. He mad at everybody for no reason. So now, after everybody done told him, here he come, all tonight, all excited. Why would I even mention in 24 hours that the deal wasn't done? Now so I'm gonna go from next summer to 24 hours. It's fake, huh? Okay. He's like, not gonna have to wait the next summer. In the next 24 hours. Y'all gonna be mad. He was like, I'm gonna get more equity in the company and more stock. Stock in what? I told you we was in the middle of negotiating and extending and taking less upfront cash and 100% of Gil's arena and the channel, and we stay 50-50 on Gridiron. Is that why you call yourself building your own studios only to go to Underdog to promote it again? Giving Underdog a piece of that? Mm-hmm. Let's go into it. Did you forget about this channel? You got 500,000 subs on it. What happened to the arena sphere? Oh, but you're so popular though. And you still upload over here. Look, 12 hours ago, 500 views, 691. But you missed you so big. Right? 63 views, 691 views. Look at that. For Mr. Arena Sphere. But you got 500,000 subs. 500,000. Mr. Big Time. Look at that. Why is that, Mr. Big Time? Oh, you thought this page was hidden from me? Oh, come on. Look, 5 days ago, Gil's Arena back for season 4, 430 views. 1,006. You know why? Because Underdog ain't back in this channel. These your real numbers. This is what people really think about you. This where you at. Mm-hmm. You and Dad and all that. Putting up clips of your interviews with John Barathol. Look, this where you at. This where you at. That's where you at, Gil. Mr. Big Time. See what happened when Underdog ain't holding your hand? That's what it looked like. And you still uploading on there. So you can't say, oh, that channel been dormant. You just uploaded 6 hours ago. You just was on there 6 hours ago. Mr. Big Time. And should we show what you did, actually? Let's show what he actually did, too. That's on the low, and he don't want y'all to know either. I'm going to show y'all this. We're going to expose it tonight. Now, see this? It says, Gil's Arena Battle Mode. That's the one he started, right? So let's go to Gil's Arena Battle Mode. 14,000 subs. He was trying to build it up with the 2K game. That's 7 hours ago, right? One-on-one with his son, everything. See, these channels y'all don't know about. Look, there you go. Now, you uploaded this 7 hours ago. You a busy little bee. You are one busy little bee. Check this out. There's him playing this little video game. Right?
They don't look like they missed.
So this is really your page. You can't fake the funk. That's you. And you just uploaded 7 hours ago. You got 9,000, you got 15,000. You're doing good on that channel. You're doing good. You're doing all right. You're doing better than the arena sphere. I guess that's why you left. You kind of left that alone, but then you didn't. Right? So this is his home for this page.
What up, what up, what up?
Look at that. Battle mode. Now, see that studio in there that you just saw with the cameras? Take y'all back to the screen. There we go. Get back to the screen. Now, all of a sudden, it's Gil's Arena battle mode up there, right? Then you got this battle mode. Now, what's this battle mode? That's
too much for me.
Yeah.
With the commanders?
Yeah, I got the commanders.
Now, what is this? And why is it on the Gilbert Arena show and not on the battle mode page? Why has it got all of this money behind it? All of this design, all this money behind it, all the camera angles. And the other studio with the cameras all set up. Why is all this here? all the stuff in the background, got it all set up with these cameras. Why is that there? That look like somebody else is pulling the strings. That look like somebody else is pulling the strings. That Melly looking silly out here. She ain't got a wig on. Hey, y'all got all this going on. That looked like Underdog to me. Them look like some Underdog cameras. Now remember, he said he got 4 studios. So let's look under the curtain now, because his wife, that's a good way to go. Melly and Gil, they got their own little show. All right, because that's why she's with this guy. And they got the whole thing set up. And let's see.
She got money.
Let's see the studio setup. Okay, there it is. Ta-da! As you can see, 50% is on the couch. And this is his wife's studio setup. He got a fake wall with the cheapest sign I've ever seen in my life, with a camera he got from doggone IKEA and that couch. The camera probably came with the damn couch. So why her stuff look all cheap? Where's her stuff at? He got her, this is the studio he talked about. He got her a couch with a camcorder, no angles, no nothing. And look at the sign in the background. Look at that cheap ass sign. Is there even an intro? She got a spot in the corner with a cheap ass camera with this cheap ass sign that you can get out of a print shop for about $60. We said what we said, Melly and Gil. And somebody finna pick this show up and throw money behind it. Why? Why on the earth would you do that? And you won't even put your own money behind it. You won't even put your own money behind your wife. You got her show looking ragged. So where's the Underdog camera? Where's all that high def technology camera at? You ain't got $4,000 on the camera? Hell, you can get an 8K camera. Shoot, that's some 1080p shit right there. You got her on some 1080p. You got her on some 1080p. Look at you, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Who did that sign for you? The junkie? The junkie told you he could draw, did he? And he did that damn sign for you. Oh, I could do that, boss. You ain't got to pay for that. Shoot, I could do that. Oh, you could make a sign? Please tell me there is some type of intro. All that money, and you ain't paid not one camera. You couldn't go to Best Buy. You could get a GoPro and get that. God damn, boy. No. I spent everything we got on those balloons for the game room. Now the dude want to try to take my advice. And I told him, you got to pay me. You want the rest of the information so you could go run back in there and close your deal. Everybody in the free world and gave you all this free information on what to do. So now you're listening to Lowe, you listening to me, you listening to Kwame, you listening to all of us now, and then trying to talk about how you so smart. If you were smart, your ass wouldn't be in this situation. Because all they're going to do is sign you to another damn deal, and they know you stupid, so they're going to figure out a way to get money out of you again. Because all you're going to see is the check. Ha ha, look what I got. I got equity. Equity in what? You don't even know what you're talking about. There ain't no benchmarks. So there's no goal for them to reach. If there's no goal that they're looking at and expecting to get to, why are they paying you? This man actually said that. Ain't no benchmarks. I just get 8 figures a year. So let's see it. You know, whatever somebody tell this guy, he comes out and runs and tells us. Because his story changed every damn day. Now he's Pat McAfee. That's the new thing. I'm not a podcast. I'm a TV show. I'm like, who told you that? Somebody told you that, didn't it? I'm a TV show. I'm like, I told him that in the beginning. I'm like, you're thinking like a podcast. You should be thinking like a series or a show if you're talking about Netflix. So if you're thinking like a show, then you have to think in the terms of a show. There are benchmarks. There's certain numbers you're going to have to hit. Even if you're in the podcast world, there's certain expectations and goals they want the show to get to or think it should be at. If not, why are they paying the millions of dollars? It's just losing the money. So Underdog is going to want Amazon or Netflix, somebody else to come in on the deal. Like, look, we got to get somebody to come in and own this deal and host it. Because we're paying a lot of money for bandwidth. We're paying a lot of money to promote this. We're paying a lot of money to push all of this. This show looks great, but the show isn't about nothing. Nobody watches it. So I'm like, no real people watch it. So it's like, what are we even talking about? But man, you put your own wife out there like that. Wonder why she went to Paris by herself and left your ass in the house. I'm like, look at what you do. Your wife is always kicking it without you. Look, instead of doing that cheap camera, she got a better camera on her own, on her phone, than the one you got set up in that little corner for her to do her videos on. You got her set up in a corner. She out there enjoying her life. She out there eating, living her best life. She living her best life. She ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Look, she out there with the women with the cowboy boots. Look, guys got on doggone tank tops, 6-packs. Yeah, she out in the streets. Look at her. She out there looking to see how she gonna level up. She's like, I'm gonna have to get away from this and get me some real dick around here. Get away from this lame ass. Lame time over. 50% ain't getting it done. How you? I never knew you give up 50%. You never tell me that. Boy, I would have told you, do not give up no 50%. I would not give half my candy bar to my sister or my brother. I eat all mine. Hey, I didn't know what I didn't see. I needed the infrastructure. You don't even know the you just saying everything to agree with everybody. You don't know what you're talking about. Just shut up. Get in that corner and film your show. Go into your studio in that corner. I'm just saying, they're right, you're wrong. You my wife. That says you gotta obey me. I'm the landlord. Yeah, somebody hitting that. He probably gonna get arrested for that. Look at that. Look at somebody else out there. Look at that. What I tell you, they out there stepping up. And look at it. Married woman. And they pull it right up. Like, hey, what's up, baby? Hey, homeboy right there, he didn't pull it up. He right there telling Gil right now, hey, I pulled up on your girl, man. Yeah. Tell Gil I said what's up. Look at my man, got a brown cowboy hat, green shirt, shorts and cowboy boots, looking wild as hell. She don't care. Shit. Got a roughneck. Gotta get a roughneck. She needed it in the morning, so she gotta get a roughneck. She wanted somebody that put their fingers in their food. Hey, need that roughneck. Yeah, that's what she got. So she out here in the streets, got her a roughneck. Oh, of course. Gil, get her a camera, a real camera, man. That's terrible you doing that to that woman. But I like how he pulled up. He saw her out the crowd like, hey, that's Gil's wife. Let me come on over there to you, baby. Yeah, she looking like, boy, you gonna make me get in trouble. He's like, man, F Gil. Look how this man pulled up on your wife. Look how he pulled up on your wife. I bet you didn't threaten him. Man, look. Look, she happy as hell. Look at the smile on her face. It's been a long time since she's seen a real man. And now she right there. He said, I have to speed it up to hit rewind. Look at that. Yeah, she's like, look how she receiving him though. Of course. Shoot, she's a woman that like men, not no feminine men like him. She with Gil for the money. She don't love no goddamn Gil. She only got with him because he was putting all that money in the damn chat. He tried to buy her love. You can't buy no love like that. Look, she like, okay. Yeah. Look at look, she peeping down. Look, she look where her eyes at. She looking down there. She want to see that package. She Peter gazing. Look at her, Peter gazing out here. Oh, see, he got a beard. That's why he don't want you around, Kwame. He know I can't bring my man. No way, I can't bring my wife around Kwame Brown. They'll be laughing and stuff, having a good time, and she ain't laughing at none of my jokes. Your wife is out here, boy, living her best life. That's why she went to Paris without you on Sweetest Day. She left you and went to Paris. Look at her taking a picture. She taking the picture. It ain't him taking the picture. She taking the picture. And she turned her camera away and she got his phone and taking a picture. She don't want you to see the picture they taking. Oh my God, Gil. Happening right under your nose. That's gotta hurt your pride. All up in here. Oh man, I told you, man, you should. I was the wrong one to try. Told you I was the wrong one to try. Now, all right, come on, Houston. Let's close OKC out. Get my money. His boss said, no, he has to stay and work. Exactly. See, the thing about those type of deals is this the same thing that happened to Drake. They gave Drake that $400 million. Everybody said he got $500 million. Everybody know what comes with a deal like that. That wasn't a good deal. Kendrick Lamar had the better deal. And everybody was like, man, how did that happen? It was the same type of situation. Somebody like him is impressed with money. Same thing with Drake. Yeah, I got money. I got $400 million deal. They don't give you that 400 all like that. They give it to you in installments and payments. You don't get that just like that. No. And you got to hit certain benchmarks. And now that your music isn't popping like that anymore, now it's like, okay, well, when you try to re-up and get a new deal, you're not going to get the same offer no more. But that 400 million is based, really, they're not banking on you. They're not banking on you having that money. Like, they're not banking on you, like, we're giving you 400, hoping you make us the 400 back. We just hope that we can recoup that. No, the 400 million is consistent of what what your catalog is already worth. It's worth double that. So they give you half of what it's worth, telling you it's for future projects because they believe in you. And they make you believe, okay, we gave you this money based on that. You're worth double, but we're going to pay you half and say, hey, here you go. And the new music, hopefully, they're going to be making money off the new music that you make. So that 400 money, that's already money that you had already earned for yourself. They're just paying you some of your money that you've earned. That's yours. And they just gave you like half of it. See, and this is Gil thing. And now they get to dictate everything. You don't get to dictate anything. They dictate. They tell you when the show gonna start, what time, who gonna be on the show, Who they don't want on the show. Fired, personnel, everything. They fire you, do everything. They control the show. So who's really getting all the money? Who's really the one that's calling the shots? Would I ever join Gil's show? No. Now, if he wanted to do something like, hey, man, we got this thing, let's partner on something. 50 Cent said it best. Why would I do like join somebody who got to ask somebody else for permission for everything? Why am I going to be around you and you got to go ask for permission for everything? Damn, come on, Houston. Yeah, there we go. Come on, Shagun. Yep, I knew it. Whole room getting too excited. Yeah. Fact, yeah, he couldn't go to Paris. Melly, I called. I told him I'm the boss. I know it's Sweetie's day, but God damn it, I gotta work. I talked to the boss. Underdog said I gotta stay in the house. They don't even want me to go outside. But it's nice here. We were supposed to go and have a good day and go shopping in Paris. You go. Take your girlfriend. Y'all go and do shopping. Spend up what you want. Okay, I go to Paris. You stay here. Now they got Gil doing 15 shows a night. He playing video games. Hold on, I'm video gaming right now. Now I'm back on the Gil show. Hey, it's Gil. Hey, yeah. What do I think? Who shoot free throws better? I think I would say probably LeBron and Steph Curry. Yeah, LeBron and Steph Curry are the best free throw shooters in the world. Yep, that's my opinion. I don't know who would win because LeBron has stepped it up and Steph is starting to slow down a little bit, I think. He was at 95, now he's at like 92, 93. So LeBron could catch him. Now, we're back to the video games. Oh, let's talk relationships. That boy is working like a Hebrew slave, boy. They gonna make him work, and work. And he get mad at the fact Kwame is trying to do something where he don't have to spend all his time. He got passive income, multiple revenue streams. Oh my God, that's dunk of the year so far. Wow. He dunked on the whole Houston team. Shagun, you got to shoot that. Not like that. Like, my goodness, you were supposed to go with the left hand off the glass. Wiggins just dunked on the entire team. Good Lord. Shagun couldn't get that foul. Capella, you got one job. One job. Melly said, I can't go. I love you, baby. Go without me. I know. It's a damn shame, man. Your wife out here getting hit on by guys in cowboy hats and you paying for it. Just like a trick. That's what I'm telling you. That dude is a trick if I've ever seen one, boy. He can't help himself. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, that boy a trick. He can't help himself. Now, look, there it is. I knew they were going to do this. They got an intro, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the intro. This dude says, swing, swing, motherfucker. He talking about doggone Wayne's World. Swing, swing, swing. Oh, my God. Boy, this is the lamest. This guy is so goddamn lame. He got 1-4 flat on the damn. The only play he know in basketball. Look, they actually got a little artwork thing going. Look, we made the sign move. Let's stay on this cheap couch from IKEA. Let's do this, just me and you. Now, see, what he ain't gonna tell you is what I told him before. Because he had a couple of gay dudes on the show, and he was, that's Melly's friends. Those not mine. I'm like, I don't know, Gil. They look a little fruity and zesty, and they was all over there. One faux flat. And that little cheap ass logo sign. You see that? Bad camera. I'm like, you got them ugly ass pillows on that ugly ass couch. And you think it's somebody finna throw money into this. Yep. So it seemed to me you only big when Underdog is holding your hand. That's the only time you get big. Underdog got to hold your hand, sir. Oh, he used to have a show, the same area. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to do stuff outside the whole nine. And back then, when he first met her, he used to put her out. He used to let her go into the area and do the show. He had them cheap ass cameras. He used to let her come in the room, give her a better seating. She was happy then. Now, how did you go from this to throwing her ass in the corner? You threw her in the corner. Why she can't film in here? Why you tell your wife she got to go in the corner? I'm going to show you what that's like. Because that don't make no sense. 2 years ago, you had her in that 50%. Now, I heard of keeping things small. Like you want to keep the budget and your overhead low, but goddamn, that's like me putting a table over there and saying that little corner right there is my studio. That's my studio. In that little bitty ass corner. You put baby in the corner. You're not supposed to put baby in the corner. You put baby in the corner over there on an ugly ass orange IKEA couch. Seat cushions faded. See me, this whole section here is a studio. That's a studio, buddy. Bad boy piston. And then I got a room y'all ain't seen yet. Studio set up to launch another channel for my movies. See, less costly. Got a whole nother office. All my collectibles from my movies is here. Some of them. Still putting that together. And guess what? I ain't get Underdog. Guess who did all that work? I said, I'm going to do it myself. So that's the difference between me and you. Yeah. See? That's like, see that little corner in there? That's what he got at. He got in that little corner. That's like if you put baby in that corner, that's what she would be. Put baby in that corner. That's me putting a desk right there saying that's my new studio. Hell, I might just do it then. This dumbass could do it. This is my studio. Yeah. See, this is the studio here. My Pistons, my bad boys. This is the studio here. But then, like I told you, got a studio I've been working on down here. For my movies and everything. Got my dual mics. Told you, got the memorabilia, got it, got all of it. All my movies, props, everything. Still building and putting stuff in here, but see, I don't need Underdog to take 50% of my money while I'm trying to build. This is all LLC, buddy. This is a whole nother business. I ain't got Underdog to come and do saying, here's all half my company. Just give me some money. Now they're going to work you to death. Just like Stephen A. Stephen A. flexing behind the money, and that boy going to be dead from a heart attack. Because they working his ass like a damn dog. They had that boy doing Monday Night Football, and so then he got to be up at 5 a.m. They had his ass up at 5 a.m. doing first take after he did Monday Night Football. Tuesday, he was about half dead. They got that boy going around the globe, but Pat McAfee only got to do one show and got the $100 million. So who got the better deal? He do one show, he go home. He got $100 million. He could play with his kids. He spent 3 hours out of the day working. He done for the rest of the day, and he get $100 million. So who you think got the better deal? This fool who got to run 8, 9 shows. He got to stream for 19 hours a day. He can't even leave his house. He in there stanking because he can't afford to go nowhere. He got money, but he can't spend it. He don't know what to do. Of course he don't. But see, that's why we had to point those things out. You went from having her in the good room, then you went to kicking her out, putting her in a corner. Why did you put baby in the corner? That's all we want to know. What she do wrong? You still can't get no cameras though. That's what's baffling to me is the cameras. I'm like, I shouldn't be seeing a blurry screen. Not from the multi-million-dollar man. You should have all different kind of camera angles and everything. But see, here's the part that we spoke about that y'all don't know about. This show that she had in the corner was with other people. So when they first started filming this show in the corner, I'm going to show y'all what it really looked like. They had a fruity dude that was on there and a couple other people, and they was mad about the money. And they had all these camera angles set up, and she had all this stuff going on. She was slimmer then. She had a TV thing set up, showing stuff. She used to sit there on that orange ass loud couch while he got her in this little ass corner. And Gil got everybody at his house putting this up, thinking this was going to go large. Like, yeah, we got everybody over, and we finna play some basketball. So he basically put her in the cabana, the guest house, and got her in the corner over there. While all these strangers are at Gil's house. They running around in the house, can do whatever. All it takes is for one girl to say, I got touched. Got this woman in the corner. There you go, Kyrie. You ain't gonna have her in no damn kitchen. You too dumb. A pool right behind the court. What the hell? Yeah, that's because it's a small mansion. His mansion is so goddamn small. I told you that was Dr. Dre's mansion where he lived at when he was doing the Chronic. That's Dr. Dre old mansion back in 1992. Gil had them put a basketball court back there. That's why the court is so damn small. It ain't designed to have a basketball court over there. Had he got one of the other mansions on there, the ones that got real money behind it, I mean, if you look at it, that's what you see. It's like true representation of a problematic situation. And I told him this was a mistake. Me and him talked about them dudes that was on the couch. I guess she deleted all the episodes they were in because I don't see them no more. But they used to have a show where it was her on the couch. It was another guy on the couch. They had other camera angles, and those dudes are gone now. He said the ball going in the pool all day. The ball gonna go in the pool all day. Yep, that's that fool's crib. The one talking about, I don't even live there. I got so many homes. That's not my real house. That's my office. That's a whole business. I don't live there. Yes, you do. Stop lying. I'm like, dude, you got the code right outside for the alarm system, right outside your door. You live there, fool. Stop. Yeah, he had people jumping from the roof into the pool. Same day. I'm like, dude, you a lawsuit waiting to happen. You got to cut that stupid shit out. I'm like, dude, you about to get sued. Of course, Gil played. He lost. Lost his own goddamn tournament. Look, he up there sitting with her because his ass done lost. Yeah, I lost. Because he want to shoot the ball and don't give it to Nick Young. So then he blamed Nick Young for every damn thing. He come up there and blaming Nick Young because Nick is like, man, see, this is Gil on that bullshit. He don't want to pass the ball. No, he see all them people there. He want to shoot. He got on 24. He think he Kobe Bryant. Now you Agent Zero, but now you want to be Kobe Bryant. She making Skip sandwiches for the podcast. Yeah, he be Skip. He be Gil. Where's my Mountain Dew? Did you pick up the Mountain Dew? Oh, we did. It's right here, sir. Here you go. Yeah. I made sure it was nice and cold. Cloud chasing ass don't want to be himself. He was like, why would I want to be me? I've already been me. I'm going to try to be Kobe. Baby, you still love me if I was a loser? Because I am a loser. Underdog is only, they even got their logo on me. They done branded me. I'm an underdog. Get off of me. You're sweating on my couch. Technically, it's mine. No, I get 50%. You give the white man 50%. I give 50% too. I'm your wife. Well, you gonna get a quarter because I gave them 50. We gonna have to split the 50 I got. 50%. You laughing at, baby? 50%, baby, the PO unit. We gonna get to the bag. One way or another. I just got to use Kwame Brown. I'm gonna start talking with Kwame Brown and I'm gonna say, look at what I did. Kwame Brown got me hot. You gotta give me some money now. Look at him begging. It's like, dude, you lost. And then you made Nick Young lose. And then gonna blame Nick Young when it's your fault. It's your fault y'all sitting on the damn couch and everybody else playing. Gil is terrible. He can't play no more. I mean, he got mad when McCants whooped him. I was like, look, McCants is in the gym. Like, dude, you done. You can't do anything no more. Like, all your stuff came from your athleticism. That's gone. He think just because he done lost all that weight, he got his athleticism back. No, bro. Your legs are gone. No, he need Kwame to get himself in the algorithm. See, that's what it is. He need to get in that algorithm. But I told you, he got the ghetto his mansion on the block in the neighborhood. Oh, she got some show that she called The Blind Pineapple, where she hook up people in Gil's house. She take people and bring them in Gil's house and get them hooked up on dates. And they take one of Gil homeboys. That's like Gil manager. Here's another fool with a Gil's Arena shirt on. They gonna be contestants. And they go out on blind dates. They doing anything they can to blow. This boy is a lawsuit waiting to happen. So you got all the Gil's Arena people in there, and you got to make a love connection show. And they the Blind Pineapple. I hope they put the junkie on the show. Like, we gonna go in Gil's house and set up a dating show. Now, one of the women said they got grabbed. I got grabbed. I was assaulted. I didn't feel safe. Somebody in a Gil's Arena shirt took advantage of me. Guess what? This whole damn show is going down. Now, Gil, don't you remember I told you that was a bad idea? What happened to the show? I don't see it no more. I don't see them cameras. I don't see nothing. Now, see, I done told you. You've been told over and over again. This boy is stupid. He want to be famous so bad, he gonna talk himself into a goddamn lawsuit. He gonna be in a lawsuit and don't even know why. Next thing you know, it's gonna be, that's a lie. I never touched that woman. She's lying. No, I'm not giving a deposition. He'd be mad, like, all you got to do is give a deposition. I'm not doing any of it. All right, Houston, let's go. He gonna get mad. That's what I expect him to do, is get mad. How you let Holmgren get that? A dummy in his situation will always come full circle. You just gotta wait. So I said, go ahead and show the deal. So tomorrow he gonna show the deal. Me and Lo already told him on the show. Oh no. He had his hand on the ball. Yeah, review that. Yeah, use your challenge right now. Yep, challenge is up. Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying, man, treat the wife better, man. Your happy wife, happy life. That woman get up and leave you, you're going to be a mess. So whatever deal you did make, you better make sure you keep her. Because if she only going to stay because of the bag. She had already said she want a man that to be taking care of her. Like, she going to go along with you and she'll support you and stay by your side, do everything. But you better be doing your job as a man. Take care of that woman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's never gonna be the case. She like Rashad McCants. That's the thing. Like Rashad McCants, she put on that dating show. And that was gonna be bad for Rashad McCants. If you get on these dating shows and you be like the game. Remember how the game was on the dating show? And then the woman said he touched me and all this stuff, and then he ended up losing his house and $7 million behind that. Mm-hmm.
Serious relationship?
Yeah.
Like ASAP, huh?
Hell yeah.
Like tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Why not? I think that's the best. You know, it's a lot of people saying, oh, I don't need a man, or men complaining about women, you know. They don't say as much that they don't need women, but they start acting like, oh, we're just going to fuck them and leave because they're too much. I need to borrow your car right quick. What kind of shit is that? I really value having someone that really fucks with you. I really appreciate having someone that I know I can call on. I probably never call on, but knowing, you know, that gives you like really a peace of mind and just sharing your life. Stop looking at me like that. And sharing.
Weekly roster, monthly roster.
What do you think? You think I'm a leash?
A leash like what?
What you mean? You're asking me the definition of a leash? A leash? Leech?
Like
a girl that's after your money, pretty much. Like, I need to be taken care of. That's leech?
I don't know. That's not
Leech.
Are you a leech?
I'm asking because they said that's the vibe I'm giving out.
You don't want to know what I'm saying, chat. Y'all already know where my mind went. Leech means something that's...
Okay, can you answer?
What does a leech do?
Out here for your money? Trying to get taken care of?
Yeah, see, my chat knows.
They say leech is a blood sucker.
A soul sucker. Yeah. Are you a leech?
A soul sucker? I don't even know what it is.
Just say yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like a blood sucker. Okay, suck blood. Okay. Yeah. No. So it's like a vampire?
I mean, you're not wrong.
No.
Someone who's good at sucking.
What do you think? You think I'm a leash?
A leash like what?
So it sounds like to me she ain't sucking. Sound like you ain't getting leached. Your wife like, I don't know what you talking about. Sound like you ain't getting leached over there. He ain't getting no neck. Oh, that's what that I guess that's what that junkie there for. Shoot, I'm telling you, boss, ain't did it in a while. Used to do it for crack, but okay. That junkie gonna be there. That junkie gonna be there front line and center. Mm-hmm. They try to make
They that hard to pick and roll and get a rebound. You shouldn't play in the league. That's all I'm saying, nigga. Hey, if my finger tell you to come here, you can't understand. Come here.
Okay.
Just get the fuck out the game.
So Nick,
if I be like this, and you can't move towards me and set the screen, just get the fuck out the game.
So you can have anybody
if
there.
You see me throw the ball
So
up and you don't jump and try to get it, get the fuck out the game.
You don't need 8 in there.
If you don't say, if I say get out the way and you don't move, just get out the game.
don't need.
It's so solid. It's easy.
You don't need 8 in there. You could be any. You can pick any 4-5 then, right?
Shit, he had. Luka had. They live that hard.
If you can't come up there and set the screen, get your ass out the game. Nick Young, they try to make him sound crazy because he sound like he drunk from all that damn partying. Oh, yeah. So, this has been fun. We're going to do the Lakers live stream. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thanks, KB, for coming up. And, yeah, it's a lot of jewels on here. If y'all go back to the beginning. Rebound. Come on, Adams. There we go. Calm this down. Let's close this out, Houston. Go home with this dub. That's what I'm talking about. Slow it down. Get a ball to KD, and everybody go home. Okay, you got your number one defender on KD. Yep. Get to where you want to go. Oh, whoa! That's a foul on you, Dort. Damn. Can't do that. Get my money. Yeah, so let me get ready for the Laker live stream, and we're going to be about. Deuces.